What's up everybody, Ian and Sam here taking you through day 4, the classic couch stretch. The goal here is to open up all the tissues in the front of the hip. So we're basically opening up your hip flexors, your quads. This is gonna help you bend your knee a little bit better, and it should help you extend your hip a little bit better, which happens every time we walk or run. So a couple of things with the setup. You can totally use a wall. You can use your couch, obviously. You can use the bench. We want to make sure you're comfortable and stable. This is not to be balancing. So what we're going to do is have Sam grab that pad. We're going to put it on the floor so that he can put one knee on there and his back foot is going to be on the bench. Good. Then I'm going to give him this on the right side so that he can put that down, so that way he's nice and stable. Now from here, all he has to do is start off by just breathing. You're going to be in this for a few minutes, so make sure you're comfortable, relatively comfortable, because it's not. You should feel a huge stretch towards the right side, everything in the front. What we don't want to do is be caught up in an arched back position, so try to give me a good long exhale. You don't necessarily need to like tuck your butt under you or squeeze it as hard as you can, although you can give it a little squeeze and that should help. One of the things that might be really helpful when you first start is to do about like 10-second squeeze of the butt, then let it go. 10-second squeeze of the butt, then let it go. You can lean back or push forward, and that will change the angle of the knee and the hip. You can find what works best for you. Another really common thing is if we don't have hip flexion on the left, say you're someone who kind of gets stuck in your squat before parallel, it might make sense to make your right knee a little bit higher. So meaning like if you put something under your right knee so that it actually makes you higher, it'll technically make your left hip lower. You won't get blocked at the front of the left hip and you'll have a little bit more comfortable time on the right hip here. So that's another option of regression. Now, first thing that I want you to do is what we just did. Own the position, learn how to be here, just be able to breathe. A lot of people are gonna hold their breath. Now what I'd like you to do is start to get a little bit of movement. So I'm gonna take this away because Sam's pretty stable. If you do fall over, then you don't really need it. All right, then go back and regress. And I just want Sam to reach his right arm as far as he can, and he's gonna have his left arm come back, so we're separating. And now he's just gonna do a couple of reps where they just switch. So all we're doing is getting our rib cage to move, we're getting our shoulder blade to move on that rib cage, we're getting our shoulders to move, and all of this stuff moving Now, what I want Sam to do is take his right hand and reach up to the ceiling, and we're gonna do a little side bend. So now he can just do a nice little bend to the side. You can hold it there, take a breath into your right side as if all this stuff is expanding. Imagine his individual ribs are moving away from each other. Exhale, stay there, or do 3 reps where you just go dynamically. That's how we're gonna do the couch stretch. 2 minutes minimum, ideally. If you can stay in it for the 7 that we just had Sam in, that would be great too. Make sure you do the other side. Consider doubling down on the side that feels tighter as well. Let us know if you have any questions and we'll see you for the next one.